episode of Lady Blackbird. My name is Kevin. I'm with these guys. You can introduce themselves.
Miguel.
My name is Kevin. I'm with these guys. You can introduce themselves.
Miguel.
John.
Jean.
Buff.
And Zavier, hi.
We did not plan that order out beforehand.
Very evident.
That was like our improv warm-up. We just counted 20 with our names.
Name association.
And we're back for episode 4 of Lady Blackbird. Let's do a quick recap of what happened last week before we jump right in.
Right.
Where do we start?
Yeah.
With the notes.
We start with discovering that our good friend of the crew, Agatha, was discovered in the corridor. And
The
she was
alley.
Right.
alley, yeah, the
Yeah.
alley.
Mhm.
Yeah, and she was like beaten up, and so the group split up. Half of us went to bring her to safety in her house. No, onto the owl, while Cyrus and Kale went to try and find the stack deck to see if we can steal some supplies.
But on our way there, we discovered that the dock was swarming with the Haven port security. And so we sort of panicked a bit, and there was not a lot of communication. And the party with Agatha decided to abort their mission and sort of retreat to Agatha's home in the residential district. Meanwhile, while they were retreating, I think Cyrus and Kale, we decided to go to the offices to find like a manifest, a port manifest, to find where the stack deck would be sort of moored. But we were trounced by a messy room.
That is the thing that defeated you guys.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
Last session's
Meanwhile-
mini boss.
bureaucracy.
we dressed Agatha's wounds, and Snargle and Lady Blackbird decided to fly out of the window.
Oh, before that, we found a very interesting photograph of Naomi, Bishop, and Agatha. It was an old picture that was torn in the middle,
And
but then
taped back.
got taped together.
I shipped them.
We too.
Doesn't-
We all
We
do.
stand. OTP.
And
But yes,
Yes, we fly.
that the enemy was hot on our trails, Lady Blackbird and Snargle jumped up and flew into the air to try to get to Kale and Cyrus. And on the way, Snargle may have founded a new religion for Haven. Yeah, but it was very unsuccessful.
But he did not. No. No. That's Snargle.
Ow! But eventually the crew got back together, and we were back at Agatha's apartment, where we were attacked.
by the entire
Right.
army which was at the dock.
Yeah, because I think Cyrus Vance, in order to protect the Haven's police force from shooting at Lady Blackbird, who was flying the air, ignited a keg of gunpowder and blew up most half the docks.
And if that wasn't enough explosions for one day, Kale decided to rig up enough explosives to take out the entire block in Agatha's house. And
Yeah,
then the entire
Agatha's
team had
homeless
to-
now.
It's not my fault. And the other team had to zip line out of the house into an adjacent building. In
From
order
the adjacent building, we went downstairs to
Oh,
a tunnel.
before that, there was some very interesting things that Cyrus Vance did also to get to the adjacent building.
Oh yes,
Oh
apparently
yeah.
Cyrus Vance can teleport, which is
Whoa!
on his warp blood heritage, which might be discovered sometime soon. But he teleports over and quickly helps the team travel down to the tunnels underground to get back to the docks.
Okay. Yep. As the team traveled through the maintenance tunnels back to the Owl, they managed to fly off just as I think the port authorities arrived and started firing in the air ineffectively with their flintlock pistols as the Owl sails off into the wild blue. Alright, so that's where we left off.
Solid recap, everybody.
Okay, let's jump right into it. So the five of you Aaron the owl with Agatha sailing into the wild blue. What do you want to do? What are your plans?
I knock on the door of Naomi's cabin.
I immediately open it. I don't really sleep that well. Several years of PTSD, so I'm already like a fist comes out of the crack of the door. What?
It's just me. It's just Cyrus. Can I come in?
Sure. Come in.
I gently open the door and I come in with like a tray with a jug of pineapple juice and like a few cups. I know you have air sickness, so I thought this might help. I pour a glass and I slide it over the desk.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is such good effects. Oh, come on, I want to throw more things.
Budget's really increased from last
Yeah,
time, so-
I love this production budget. About teleportation. You were kidnapped by your family, right? From your family, right?
Yes, I was.
Well, different families were stolen for different purposes, and I roll up my sleeve to reveal a scar. I was branded as one from the Wobblets. We were stolen, trained to be new soldiers, and they hoped to turn us into super soldiers to use for the Imperial Army. It was only one of the brave ones who rose up against it. That's why we have the ability to teleport and have straight curves, apparently.
I run 2 fingers over his scar and just down the pineapple juice as if it was alcohol. Just
I say all this because I know you are concerned about the safety of Lady Blackbird and if we are dangerous for your company. I just want to assure you, everyone on board this ship has a very similar story to yours. So don't be afraid of us.
I look him in the eyes and I hold a hand out. We will destroy them together. As part of my promise.
I clasp my hand. We will destroy them together. And I get up, I pick up the quickly emptied glass, and I walk out.
All right. We cut to the kitchen where Snargle is preparing himself a meal after everything that happened. Let's see. What should I have? Burgers, don't feel like it. Pizza, a bit too heavy. Fish and chips. And I pull a latch, and then out comes a plate of food.
Production budget. Oh
This
my
budget
god.
is amazing. Thank you, Kim. Thank you so much, Kim.
And I think, wow, the owl makes such good fries. Crispy on the outside and fluffy all the way through. Back when I was an orphan, I just threw a monologue.
Go for it. Go for it.
Amazing.
When I was an orphan in Goblin,
Expositionary monologue.
I would be lucky if I had rats to eat. But here, I just pull a latch, and out comes perfect fish and chips. Nom.
Kale is sitting in the room as well, but Snargle hasn't noticed him, so he just thinks that Snargle is talking to him. And he says, "Oh, oh, sorry."
Oh, it's you, Kale. I'm sorry. I just thought I was by myself.
He got fries on my face. Orphans, right? We talked about. We haven't really talked because you're new on as a pilot. There's a lot of turnover in our industry.
Yeah.
How did you?
Yeah.
I mean-
you go. You go.
Well, how did you?
I was just gonna. What? Sorry.
So sorry.
You go.
No, you.
Okay. Do you want to fry?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a private.
No, I know it's hard to talk sometimes about what it was like to be an orphan, but every orphan I've met, we always feel a bit of a kinship. Did you ever Did that ever happen to you, Kale?
Well, I thought I had kinship. I mean, you know what I'm like. I'm not a fighter. I'm not amazing like the rest of you. So it's a miracle that I survived. Really.
Stop it, you! You have such little self-esteem, and I playfully slap him on the knee.
Ah.
You're a great guy to have. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have half the things on the ship. You stole all this stuff.
That's okay. That's not great either. But I mean, I did have someone was there for me, so I wasn't entirely alone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Kale starts to look around the viewing room and kind of becomes self-conscious if anyone is here. Actually, Margot, why don't we go to my room? I need your help for something, anyways.
Okay, that's no problem. Do you mind if I bring my fish and chips?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if you have a strong rule about that. Okay.
No, it's fine. It's a mess. So yeah, Kale leads Snargle to his room, and as he opens the door, you just hear a lot of clinking as the door kind of pushes over like a variety of spare parts on the ground. And Kale Arkham's room is an absolute nightmare. It's a mess. There is not a single spare inch on the ground that is not covered with something. You can notice that his bed, there is no mattress because he uses it as sort of like a working area. And he sleeps on a hammock, just dangling above all of the rubbish on the ground.
Oh, I love it.
And the only thing that that stands out in the room mostly is there's a part of the bed that is left alone. There's a white kind of sheet covering something.
Wow.
Snuggle, he'll lead Snuggle over to sort of a desk. And right, why don't we talk while we work? Can I? Okay, this is a very sort of weird, but give me your right hand.
Okay.
So I noticed you can change yourself. Do you think you could make Cyrus, the captain's wrist for me?
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't really work like that. I can make it look like a human wrist, like this, but I don't think it would be exactly like the captain's.
Oh.
Can I ask why you'd like to do that? And also, apropos nothing, you ever watch the TV show Hoarders?
Doesn't know what TV is. No. I mean, it's. Why? I mean, because some.
No, I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff in here. Like, what's this? Is this a breadstick?
Oh.
Oh man.
Go ahead.
Well, okay, this is awkward. I thought you could simulate the sizes of their wrist, so I wouldn't have to ask everyone. I wanted to make something for everyone as a surprise, sort of.
Oh, that's really sweet. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, let me try. I can't promise it'll be exactly perfect. Also, am I gonna get one?
No,
I don't,
of course.
It's fine if it's not a surprise, I guess. I'm happy to help. Okay.
I mean, I can.
Captains, here's Naomi's. You can see the noticeably bigger.
So yeah, Kay will start measuring the wrist, and he'll jot down the measurements and stuff. Right. Yeah. Thanks. Beyond that, I guess we can. You want to talk about childhood?
Sure. Did your orphanage smell funny?
I didn't have an. I guess I didn't have an orphanage. I was.
Oh,
I
I'm
was,
sorry. I just assumed. I thought all orphans had an orphanage. I guess that's kind of misleading.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could call us. Maybe there's another term for what I was. Urchin, street rat, vermin.
Oh, I don't buy that. There must be so much more.
Well, I was picked up by someone, and we eventually got a small apartment together, and and his gaze kind of lingers over to the white sheet on the bed.
I see. You can talk about it, or you cannot talk about it. I'm here for you.
Lady Blackbird walks into Gale's room.
The door is-
What are we talking about and not talking about?
Oh, and Kale just like dashes over his leaf snuggle and starts like sweeping the floor in front so that she has a clear path.
So,
Like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
guys, I'm kind of in a pickle right now. Okay, so.
Oh, so this is a you thing, Lady Blackbird. Okay,
Are we not talking about?
we can. Were you an orphan? This is like an orphan session.
Yeah, it's almost like a fort.
Orphan in the heart. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say I was. Like, my parents were there, but they're not really there, you know? So I might as well.
You live in a big palace or something? And were you like, was your only friend a giant lion?
But, you know, sometimes palaces can feel really small.
Did you have an advisor who was clearly evil, but was there and like tall? Are we in Aladdin?
You know, I did have a pet tiger.
Oh, dang!
Yeah.
Was it called Cougar?
It was called Jafar.
Jafar? Jafar. Okay.
Jafar.
Right.
Sometimes it's close, sometimes it's Jafar. But I came here to talk about something because, you know, I've just been feeling this thing in my heart. And I feel like I want two things, but I want no things. And I don't know which thing I want. You know what I mean?
I think I know what you mean.
Sure.
Right. So I've made up a mind map of pros and cons. All right. This one is for Yuria, and this one is for Cyrus.
Ooh! I knew it.
But I don't know what to put on it. So, yeah. See, Yuria, pros, leather pants. Cons. We're just not together yet. That's the con. That's the only con because he also listens to Nirvana, which is pretty cool. Cyrus, pros, Russian accent. Cons, Russian accent.
It's kind of like it's kind of like both at the same time.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't even know if I want to go anymore.
You don't want to go?
I mean, I want to, but I don't know. If I go and we meet each other, then what's gonna happen? We get married, and I live in a house with him again. It's like I want to do what you guys do and have no family and have no strings attached and just be.
I know what you mean. It does seem like a whole new world to you, I imagine. Being out here in the blue or the black.
Yeah.
I don't know. You do have problems. Kale's got stuff going on. I found a breadstick on the ground. It's a crazy day for everybody.
Right. Maybe I just need a nap, you know?
Naomi,
Thanks, guys.
Naomi, like she runs out of the room. She walks out of the room and like walks right into Naomi's like abdomen.
Oh,
she's really that small.
Naomi, my nose.
I feel like this is a weird place for all of us to be meeting. No offense to
Like
Kale.
the smallest, like most cramped place.
It's very
in the ship.
From the distance, you can
Equally
hear
lit.
Cyrus shouting, "Did someone say there's a meeting? Where's this meeting?"
FOMO. No, it's lady.
Yes.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
Like I drag a chair. Sit, please.
Are you in my room?
No, outside in the
Oh.
mess.
Okay.
Yeah, because Naomi can't even fit in your room. Like she's too tall.
Right.
Yeah. So in
Okay.
the mess, pulled up a chair. Lady, please sit down.
Okay.
I don't sit. I remain standing. I look her. What you did back there was very reckless.
What did I do?
Flying over the town,
Oh. Yeah.
drawing attention to yourself. It's my job to protect you, lady, but you're making my job very, very hard.
It was so sick. I mean,
It was. I was feeling sick.
it was a little bit heavy, but your girl carried him.
I'm not
It just,
I'm
like,
not impressed.
The way it goes through your armpits, man.
You are not listening to me.
Wait, were you worried? I mean, I'm here now, and I mean, I have powers, so you really don't have to worry about me. I mean, if anything, I think I could protect myself better than you can protect me. But I'm not saying I don't want you to protect me. I'm just saying I have powers, and I can protect myself too. So, like, you can go solve your relationship thing with Agatha, and you don't have to worry that much about me, you know? Because I want you to do things for you too.
You hear down the corridor, the door to Kale's room just like scrapes, like really painfully close. sorry.
Trying to lock it.
Am I supposed to go? We were on a break.
Oh, is that what on?
I think we need to go on a break.
Oh, like
I'm not good at this. I can't talk about my feelings, man. You have to listen to me. I am your bodyguard. If you don't want to listen to me, then I don't think this can work out anymore, okay?
Okay, and then down the hall, you hear the same door scraping, like open this time. Snargle peeking. Snargle's like, because he's a ear for gossip.
well, Naomi, my job isn't to listen to you, and your job isn't to listen to me. We're in a mutually beneficial contract, you know? It's called a friendship.
You are literally paying me to protect you right now. You know that, right?
I give you money so you can buy things for yourself. Because I have money and I don't really need that much money. You know, but
and then from down the hall, Snargle goes, "Shoot the slave!"
I think the term these days is sugar daddy.
Sugar.
It's like I care for you, and I brought you out because I care for you, and I don't like seeing slavery, so I don't really expect much from you. So if you wanna, you know, instead of distracting yourself with this kind of I gotta protect my girl kind of shit, you could like focus on your own relationship and stop running away from it. What's wrong with you, Naomi?
Like now Naomi's pissed. Like one chair goes flying across the room, crashes against the back wall.
What was that?
Is that all is that all I am to you? Charity? You know what? Forget it. Fuck it. You are on your own.
That's not what I meant.
You are on your fucking own. I am not here to protect you. You can do whatever you want. And also, you don't talk to me about relationship problems, okay? Please. You are as stupid as I am. I mean, I did not mean that.
Well,
you are as stupid as I am.
You know what? I think you need to go to your room and I'll go to my room and let's not talk to each other for like 10 minutes, okay?
Fine.
They're saying this as they're like slowly stepping to their cabins.
Fine.
Over the intercoms, which is actually just a pipe that runs through the entire ship.
Yeah.
Like you can hear the captain like murmuring to the rest of the crew. I did not expect them to be this feisty. Did any of you notice this?
To be honest, I don't know. I've never really hung out with a lot of human women before. Is this normal?
Well, do you know if this is normal?
Also, it's over the intercom, so we can hear it.
We're so used to not having like passengers on our ship that we're just talking openly.
Normal. Just talking.
Hello?
Yes, fucking
sorry,
normal.
I'm losing reception on this pipe.
You know what?
There's a cracking sound as like the pipe that goes in Naomi's room is just broken. Like,
Now I've got to fix a chair and a pipe.
Okay, then we cut to Kale's room. Wow, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, it seemed like you had something to say. I probably got to go and check on the ship, but is there anything you want to say before I go, buddy? Oh, and here is Lady Blackbird's wrist.
He measures it really quickly.
This is mine.
Yeah, right. Oh, can you do mine too, or
this is yours?
I can do my own.
No, if you're right-handed, it's just harder. Just do mine.
Okay,
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I mean-
Agatha. You gotta do Agatha. She might stay around.
Right.
Friendship bracelets to everyone.
right. He kind of does Agatha's as well. Well, that was something.
Yeah.
Well, you need to go, right?
Yeah. I mean, I should.
Yeah, I need to fix something too, right? Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. Yeah, you can go. You can go.
Okay. I step out. I peep back in. I go, "Hey, Kale.
Yeah.
If you ever need to talk about anything, you can talk to me.
Yeah, thanks. I thought so.
Thanks for the breadstick."
Yeah, I wasn't really sure. The door scraped closed again. Kel sits on the bed and he takes off the white sheet, and it's the shattered musket that he blew apart from the bounty hunter. And he just sits there for a while and contemplates it. And I don't get a refresh scene.
Oh, why?
Yeah, you do.
No, I
Yeah.
don't,
Why not?
Oh, why?
because I didn't get to talk about what I wanted. Kel does not
You
feel refreshed.
Oh
Wow.
Leave it at that.
Discipline.
Okay, sure. Let's go with that. Okay, so it's about maybe 5 days to a week's journey to Nightport. You have enough supplies to reach there, but it's gonna be cutting it close, basically. Okay. Are the crew members taking care of Agatha on the journey? She's kind of like sequestered in one of the empty bunks and recovering, basically.
Yeah,
But
she
since
she
I
has
know-
a lot of injuries. Sorry.
Since I know first aid now, I begrudgingly, but not that begrudgingly, go over every day and check on her wounds, give her food, and things like that. Usually those meetings are very awkward, mostly because Naomi is really bad at conversation, and she does not really want to talk about it.
Agatha is. Oh, sorry. Finish.
The reason Agatha and Naomi didn't stop talking to each other. She does not want to talk about it.
Okay. Agatha is the complete opposite. After about maybe 2 days, she recovers enough to be able to sit up, in the bunk, and she's incessantly asking you questions about, you as well as Lady Blackbird. Now that she knows her real identity, asking about the ship, the owl, all the other people. I mean, she knows Cyrus Vance and everything, but why you chose them? What made you leave? All these kind of questions, and she's basically just asking you incessantly, but you're being very quiet, right? And so she's been she's trying to get you to open up, but hasn't really been able to. So
Basically, Naomi's sulking right now.
Mm.
She just fought with Lady Blackbird. She's reevaluating a lot of things, so she's sulking.
okay, yeah, and at one point Agatha asks Naomi, I heard you and Lady Blackbird had a fight.
Were we that loud?
Yeah, I mean, I was half unconscious and I still heard it.
Yeah, just. I don't want to talk about it, okay? She doesn't listen to me. I feel useless. I don't feel any better than before. I feel as useless. I don't. I never wanted to feel like that ever again. So when she said she's also aggressive,
Okay. No,
she just opened the door, Agatha's room door, and the doorknob just pops right out of the door.
Kel is walking towards Agatha's room and he sees it happen, and he's like, and he writes down his another thing.
At this point, and then- so the donut popped open and the door just like slowly swung open, so then we can see Kale. Sorry.
It's fine. They're going through something, I guess.
I try putting it back, but I just succeed in making the hole bigger. You know, I put it on the floor and I walk out.
Kay will see her go and then go to Agatha. And hey, okay. I know you were wanting to help me with a thing, or I can teach you or something. And I do need your help for something, and I think it will help everyone on the ship because tensions are pretty bad right now, and it's not really my job talking to people, but I think you can help me with that if you're okay.
Yeah, of course, Kale. What's this you need help with? I mean, I'm not in the best of shape right now, but I can see what I can do.
Yeah, yeah, we can do simple things. You just need to make a band that can be worn around a wrist. Yeah. That should be
Okay.
fine.
Like a bracelet?
Like a. Kale doesn't really want to say bracelet.
Okay.
Yeah, a bracelet, sorta.
Well, sure. Maybe in a day or so, I'll be able to walk again, and I'll see what I can help you with.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't have to. Yeah, okay. I'll fix your door soon.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before you leave, she grabs your arm, and she says, "Hey, since I'm helping you, can you do me a favor as well?"
If I can.
Yeah. Can you let me know if Naomi has another fight with Lady Blackbird? I
Had
just
a fight?
sorry.
What did you say?
Can you let me know if Naomi has another fight with Lady Blackbird?
Yeah, she has.
Another one?
Is there a new one? The last one was 2 days ago, right? That big one that everyone heard.
Oh yeah. No, I mean if she has another fight.
Oh,
just-
another. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I worry about her. I worry about them actually. So, yeah, just keep me informed, alright? At least until I'm able to move out and about again.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We cut to the galley.
Okay.
Another day, another meal. Oh, Captain, everything's out except for the salad. Captain.
Shouting from over the corridor, like, "Who told you to eat everything?"
All right, guess I'll have the salad. And then he pulls the lever for salad.
I was saving that salad for later.
I'll save you a bite.
Oh, don't you bite that lettuce. No!
It's just terrible. Us goblins only eat meat, but if there's nothing else around, I'll eat what's there.
Then you have to eat salad for the rest of the 4-day journey to Typhoon because if you
God.
apparently have no other supplies but salad.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just cuts and cuts of salad.
The worst, like kind of like in-flight meal, just salad.
What's our dinner table like? Is everyone always eating together, or?
That's a good question. How is the dynamics?
Ever
Okay.
since the fight, Naomi just takes her food in her room now.
Okay.
She really does not want to see anyone's face, especially Lady Blackbird's after that.
Okay.
Blackbird goes to the table and sits beside Snargle and takes a lettuce. You think she's still mad at me?
Yes. Definitely.
Very unfair, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's unfair. She said the last fine. So you think, she'd be cool by now.
Bring that up. Oh, what do you think I should do?
I think it takes a big person to apologize when they said that something was wrong. Or when they said something.
Yeah, I'm gonna apologize, but I'm not gonna say it, I'll just like do something. I could write her a
You know
song.
what apologizing is?
Yeah. It's like you do something nice and then that person's like, okay, we can be friends again.
I feel like I have an insight into your childhood now.
You do?
A little bit.
Okay, talk to me.
Talk to you?
Yeah, like what is it?
I think you lived in a world of materialism and high class. And once you're slumming it down here with us poor folks, you feel it out of place. And you think you can just use your money to get what you want.
But isn't that kind of true though? I mean, like you pay and then you get something. That's like how the world works.
Yeah. Or you can be a good friend and people just be friendly with you.
Like without money.
Yeah.
Like for free.
Yeah. And also, leather pants aren't that important.
Well, I don't know. They kind of outline the thighs.
That's not that important either. Maybe instead of looking what's inside the pants, look inside what's inside someone's heart instead.
This is very complex for my brain right now, but okay.
It's easy, Lady Blackbird. When you're with someone, be it a friend or a potential romantic interest, go with the one that makes your heart feel lighter.
Oh. Go with what your heart makes. That's good. You should put that in a song.
I'll try.
Okay.
But now I need to go sleep because all this wisdom makes me sleepy.
Thanks, Narks.
For the rest of my salad.
Lady Blackbird goes back to her room.
There's a different breadstick, by the way.
Okay, let's cut to day 3 of the journey. Towards the end of day 3, things have been going on. Snuggle and Cyrus. Snuggle is flying the owl. Cyrus is doing some navigation, at the control panel nearby, and you hear a clunk come down the gangway, I guess, to the cockpit, and you see Agatha. She is limping slightly, but she has a tin mug of coffee in her hand, and she slumps down into one of the chairs in the co-pilot seat.
Agatha, what are you doing here? You need to rest.
Hey, I just found out I can walk again today, so I'm not wasting any of that. She tips her mug to you and she takes a swig.
The walking!
I grab my coffee cup and I go, to walking.
So, Cyrus Vance. We're a bit overdue for an explanation, I think.
Agatha, you know me long enough to know these things always happen.
Why do they all seem to happen to you?
Well, rebellion is in my blood, I guess. I could not have my family and my entire planet subjugated, and that's that. I just don't like being with the rules.
You don't like being with the rules?
Being with the rules. I said it.
Okay. Okay. She looks away from you a bit uncomfortably. She looks out the big the front of the owl, where you just see the wild blue heading out into the distance. She says, looks like you're heading to Nightport.
Yeah. I know it's a dangerous planet, but we have connections there. That's probably a place where you could rest while things blow over.
1 second. You can tell where we're heading just by looking out into the space?
Oh, have I not told you the stories of Agatha as a navigator?
No! I know that people can navigate by stars, but I thought that was like, like general direction.
You'll see, Agatha came from the planet Magnesium. And they're very familiar with navigation.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
There was one when I was transporting her from the Imperium. The ship which I was riding at that time, the compass was a bit whacked. The owl was in repairs at the time, so I had to use another ship, and the compass was whacked. But she just looked at the stars and she knew. Isn't that right, Agatha?
That's right. I mean, I don't like to brag about it, but it's just been a talent that I've always had.
Wow,
How do
so
you think?
you're a Magnesia Knight?
Yeah. Born and raised for 12 years of my life before I was captured as a slave by the White Thorns. Here she spits.
I spit as well when you mention white thorns.
I look at both
spit
of them and
in
then I
sync. In sync.
Yeah, white thorns.
Thorns.
And then I'm like, and then it kind of dribbles down.
I offer to.
You'll get used to it, Snargle. You'll get used to it. And what, pray tell, might you fine folk be doing at Nightport besides dropping me off?
We'll get some supplies before we transport our passengers to the Remnant. Oh, sorry. When I say the Remnant, I bend over and I whisper, "The Remnant."
And Agatha, when she hears you say the Remnant, she is startled a bit and she says, Cyrus Vance, you traveling to the Remnants?
That's right. You do know how much they're paying us, right?
I mean, sure, but no money in the world would make me sail any of my ships into those unfriendly skies. So, pirates, bandits, whole star system of people who would no sooner look at you than they cut your throat. What on earth do your clients have in the Remnants? That
Okay, she's freaking me out, Captain.
Snargle, you've never been to the Remnants.
No,
No.
but I know that I fly with the best crew in the whole blue.
I like to whisper to Agatha. I did not tell them what to expect in the Remnant.
Probably very suspicious that you're whispering right in front of me.
Well, let's just put it this way. The only people that managed to travel through the Remnant Uriah's crew. No
Uriah?
other.
Can we put this in a less cryptic way?
It's the Remnant because it is rocks from a big planet that keeps moving around.
Mhm.
Because of that, navigation is extremely dangerous. Even Agatha can't navigate through that.
Can't navigate.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be so clean and nice if she just could.
Nope. Unfortunately, those specialties don't work in this part of the story. So coordinates don't make sense in the Remnant because the pieces of the planet mess up with magnetism there. The coordinates keep changing every few hours.
Everything moves in straight lines. Can't estimate where something's going in straight lines. Straight curves. Now that's
Straight curves.
yeah.
What?
Wait, Cyrus,
Yeah.
tell me why you are looking for the pirate king Uriah Flint. You insane? Are you mad?
Well, I may be mad, but my passenger seems to be even madder. It is Lady Blackbird who wants to meet him.
What?
They want to,
Why?
they want to be together, apparently.
What? This is a love story?
You consider that love?
What
I say
else? You said she's gonna look for him. They'll be together. What else is that?
I mean, I've always placed mission over self, but I also can't help to wonder if this is the right thing to do.
And Agatha kind of catches your expression, and she gives you a little smile and says, "Ah,
What?
I see. Well,
Took you long enough.
What's going on? What is everyone talking about?
all right. I still think it's a bad idea to head to the remnants, but take an advice from an old navigator. All right, you need someone who knows the remnants. You need someone who knows where Pirate King Uriah Flint hides his vessel. You're gonna have to deal with some pretty unscrupulous people down at Nightport, my friend. If you want that information, I hope you and your crew are up to the task.
Well, we're still alive. That's enough proof for me.
Okay. And Agatha slowly pushes herself up from the chair.
I help
she
up.
brushes you away to try to help her. I was like, no, I can walk, damn it. And she,
Okay. Jeez.
Yeah, and she hits back down, clunk, down your gangplank. Okay.
You know, Captain, she seemed mighty worried. She might be onto something. We might need someone to help us through.
We definitely do, which is why Nightport is a perfect place to restock.
All right.
And about all the things about the remnant, there's a lot more. And I start whispering all the dangerous details into his ear. That is why I did not tell much about the remnant.
Okay. Let's just keep that between you and I, because the rest of the crew, yeah, they'd freak out. I'm freaking out.
Yeah, he will probably freak out a lot, right? Wouldn't he? And then I take out my spyglass and I just keep looking for.
Okay, just as you reach for your spyglass, there is a very loud thunk as the ship lurches violently to one side.
Oh damn!
There's a very loud crash as Naomi breaks a few things in the mess. Because she slides across the room.
Nargle, what was that?
I don't know, but we're gonna need to kill up here quick because we're losing fuel.
What?
Yeah, the gauge is going lower and lower on the water holder, and we don't have much, Captain. We're running on fumes.
You say that Kale runs out, and his first reaction is to look for the sound of Naomi crashing through things. And it's like, he breaks more things now. It's like, wait, you said our fuels, we've got a leak.
We got a
And he runs
little
to
bit
the
of a leak.
engine room.
Wait, hold on. Sometimes, you know what they say, because this is a really cheap gauge, sometimes the problems with the gauge is not the fuel. Let me just give it a little tap. No, it's the fuel.
It's the fuel.
There's a leak. There's a leak in the owl's water tanks. Something has damaged it from the outside.
From the outside.
Yeah.
Ooh. We can breathe out out the atmosphere out in the blue is breathable, right?
Yeah.
I open one of the potholes and I stick my head out.
Okay. You can see. So you're skimming along, kind of like the surface of the what is called the depths, which is like the lower hemisphere, I guess, of the solar system.
Sure.
And you can see that curled around the tail of the owl is a long brown tentacle.
Oh goodness.
Oh shit.
And you
Sky
can see
squids!
emerging from the clouds below, more long tentacles slowly reaching up for your ship.
I shout as loud as I can. Sky squids!
Oh, man.
No. All right, Captain, I'm needing to do some evasive maneuvers, but we gotta get that fuel tank fixed.
I'm on it. Kale runs into the engine room, and as he tears open the door, there's just one tentacle in the room as it has pierced through the fuel tank and it's just flailing around in the engine room.
I run directly behind him, and when I see it, I try to fire at the tentacle.
Okay, go ahead and make a check.
Woohoo.
Okay.
This is you're trying to aim at the tentacle that's flailing through the water tank, right? I think
Yes.
this is a difficulty 4. You're trying to hit
damn.
a very frantically flailing tentacle as well as trying to not hit the tank and not make the damage worse than it already is.
Okay, warrior, battle hardened because I'm seeing this humongous creature attack me.
Sure.
My ship. Shooting. Can I just use 2 gun style if I just use 2 guns?
Yeah.
Sure. Pistol. I'm gonna throw in 2 more dice from my pool,
Okay.
and I might try dice, so that's 8.
Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll
Oh.
8. You need 4 to succeed. While
hold
Cyrus is
on.
rolling, what's everyone else doing? Sorry?
Hold on, I wanted to help. So like, there's like a
okay.
little, like you could hear Naomi come in, just like there's a lot of debris on her, just like she's just shaking it off. She sees the thing. What the fuck? And she tries to, like, she grabs at it, try to hold it still so that Cyrus
Okay.
can do
Nice.
it properly.
So go ahead and
that's a total
contribute.
of 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine, yeah. I'm wrestling with a damn space squid.
Rodeo. I have 6 successes. So
Yeah, so go ahead and describe what happens.
not on my ship, and I pull out both guns and I start firing. Pam pam, and it punctures one of the tentacles and it flails out of like the hole which it bashed into the engine room,
Okay.
and you can hear this thunderous roar coming out from outside the ship.
Yeah.
And
wow.
I tell the rest of the crew that thing is definitely coming back. Evasive maneuvers.
One bullet narrowly missed Naomi. You can see like this little, like a little bit of her hair is missing on the side. Just like incoherent screams.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Lady
meanwhile-
Blackbird is in her room with headphones on, listening to music,
The headphones in this universe.
and she's reading a book called How to Apologize.
This is such a Marvel moment. I love it.
And then
Wow.
Snargles in the cockpit, he yells into the intercom. All right, folks, I got the rudder back. I'm gonna have to do some evasive maneuvers. So everyone, hold on as tight as you can.
As you see this, a tentacle, like with its suckers, kind of like latches onto the front and it covers half your windscreen. You can see like the giant suckers like latch on and start, pulsating.
Pulsating.
Oh, Captain, she ain't happy. And I try to pull a maneuver where I jam on the brakes and nose down as hard as I can to try to like boost or throw the squid off.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I think this will be it's a pretty tricky maneuver. I say it's difficulty 4.
Okay, so I've got this is pilot, and
Yep.
I've got daring, I've got maneuvering, I've got evasion, I got tricky flying, and I got the owl, and this is a battle, so I've got 8.
Okay, sure. Plus 1 for trying.
Yeah, all included.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
gonna contribute 1 dice to that. As
Okay.
I'm gonna contribute a dice as the squid pulls back. There's still a huge rupture in the engine, so Kale is spending his dice fixing that so that the fuel actually like heats. And then we
Oh,
have
nice.
to use-
Fantastic.
All right, cool.
If you go ahead and roll 9 dice.
So that's 9 dice. Here we go.
Yeah, you need 4 successes.
Did it roll? There you go. We got 6 successes.
Nice.
Nice. So yeah, you want to describe what happens?
Okay, so I pull the brakes and I push down on the joystick and like everyone feels like the negative G's, and I don't know what happens, Lady Blackbird, she can talk about it later. But like the tentacles like go bloop 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 bloop, and then it flies off as we brake hard, and then we can see the sky squid in its entirety in front of us. And
Yeah, it's this huge creature. not as big as the hand of Sorrow, but maybe about a quarter of its length, its total length. But it's still bigger than the owl itself. It seems to be floating in the air like a squid from our world, and you can see it kind of like waft its tentacles and shoot back towards your.
Okay, so I yell out, "The Mary's not happy!" Because in this universe we call sky squids Marys because it's short for calamari. And then
that's fantastic! I love it!
Awesome.
Wow!
I pull left on the joystick and do a barrel roll and try to dive down to get away from her.
Okay, go ahead and make another roll.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, so while you're doing that, counting your attacks, what's everyone else doing? While the ship is being lurched and thrown back and forth, what's everyone?
I am
Naomi
trying
is-
to help Naomi
Go ahead.
to reach for something to grab on.
Okay.
But I think in the chaos of everything spinning, I'm also being thrown around the ship. So at this point, I'm being flung from the engine room. I was at the entrance of the engine room. I'm now being flung back to like maybe the mess or something.
Okay.
Like trying to orientate myself.
As you're flying, because I've already held on to something, I managed to grab onto your collar just to like stop you from.
The whiplash, it doesn't injure me, but it gives a bit of a pain, and I scream a little bit. But it's like,
Kay will tumble and dive to the main to the cockpit, but he moves over to the comms area actually, and he
Okay.
starts kind of messing with the comms. So we have sort of like a radio system so that we can broadcast short range sonar, that sort of thing, right?
Mhm.
I understand that Sky Squid, because the way that the tentacles are used, right? They obviously can't use their eyes to look, so they're using sonar. Yes.
Sure.
So I'm gonna
Nice.
overcharge our radio system and just broadcast like a massive kind of sphere of radio wave to kind of like deafen this thing, like an equivalent
Nice.
to deafening it. And I gotta hit my tool of the tinkerer with messing with tech.
Okay, so go ahead and count your dice while we check in with Lady Blackbird. What is Lady Blackbird doing?
Lady
Is she still
Blackbird.
reading?
When Snorkel slams the brake, she gets flung forward, and
Uh-huh.
then when Snorkel turns the ship, she slides out of her room slow motion
squeak, squeak.
with the book in her hands, and she's like, "What's going on?" she runs out, and she has this straight view of like the sky, the Mary, right in front of her, and she's like, "Oh my gosh!"
Okay, so I go back to you. You are doing a maneuver. How many dice are you rolling?
I've got 8 dice, and I still
Okay.
haven't used any of my pool dice, but I'll give this one a go.
Okay, so this is I think this is a difficulty 3.
Okay.
It's not as difficult. The squid's not latched onto the owl. You're able to do yeah. So go ahead and roll.
Alright, here we go. Yep.
Got 3.
Five successes.
Yeah, go
Got
ahead.
it. So it's successful. So I go left of the joystick and I do a barrel roll and I dive down to get away from the squid. And as we're doing that, as my face is like, I'm like, I yell over to Kale. I go, Kale, how much time before that crybaby is ready?
As the ship kind of spins out, like Kale's jacket is like all the pockets are bursting open, all the spare parts are flying apart. But he's clinging on with one hand, and his shoulder bends at like a ridiculous angle, but he's like slamming the buttons, and I got it now, and he kicks like a red button. So I have 6 dice to roll for my maneuver. What would the chance?
I think this will be a 3. I think.
Okay.
It's not that difficult. You're not doing it's not a massive change from what the technology is meant to do anyway. I'd say it's difficulty 3.
Right, I'll put my last pull dice in, so it's still 7.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
3 successes, just enough.
Yeah, just nice. So we're gonna describe what happens.
So as the button is pressed, the whole ship kind of shudders and quakes, and it's a frequency that we can't hear, but the kind of frequency still vibrates the air, so everyone's vision starts to blur a bit, and you have like a small whining in your ear. And as the ship's spinning as well, it sort of sends these waves out in like a large radius, and the squid just begins to shriek and kind of convulse slightly.
Yeah, you can see its
Hopefully
tentacles
throwing
kind of
it
like flailing a bit more as it is heading towards where the owl was before Snargle did the maneuver, right? So the owl is now nose diving down towards the dense fog that is kind of like the ground of the sky, and the kind of like the boundary between the what's it called, the blanking now. The wild blue and what is called the lower depths, where there's like just corrosive gases and stuff. As the sky squid shoots past, flailing its tentacles where the owl was, the owl crosses that boundary into the lower depths, and instantly the sky turns from a light, sky cloud blue to a noxious green. There is green gas starts pouring in from the open porthole, I guess, where Cyrus first looked out to see the squid, as well as the hole in the engine room where the tentacle came in and smashed through the tank. So now there's a small amount of green gas slowly billowing in from those holes in the hull. In the pilot's cockpit, alarms start going off in front of Snargle. It's the corrosive gas and corrosive atmosphere meter, basically. It's basically buzzing loudly in front of you and flashing red on and off.
Okay, I slam the alarm closed and I yell, gas, gas, gas! You know the drill! Everyone get your masks on!
I
hears this and she's like, she was dazed at first because she was reading her How to Apologize book, but then she wakes up because of the gas, and then she realizes that Agatha is probably still in her room, getting thrashed by all the movement. And then she tries to get to her room, opens the door, and I don't know. Wait, we all have masks?
The masks are located along the corridor, basically, so that it's like in case of emergency,
Like an
grab the
airplane, it
mask.
just drops in.
Okay, so she grabs a mask from the corridor and puts it on.
I don't have a mask.
As I'm maneuvering, I'm like, make sure to help yourself before you help the person next to you. The bag will not inflate, but don't worry, oxygen will be flowing through your mask.
While the intercom is announcing all this, I'm doing the exact how you would watch it on an airplane. I'm doing it myself first, and I'm doing it for Naomi. Although I'm supposed to be helping this for toddlers, but she's obviously twice my size, so I'm help others before helping yourself, and I'm reaching up, gently pulling the tab.
Lady Blackbird doesn't listen to Snargle's announcement because she never listens to anybody, and she's like, "Here, put this on, Agatha," and then she puts it on Agatha. It's like, wait, what about me?
Agatha is, when you find her in her room, right, Agatha is kind of slouched against the one wall as the ship has lurched, right? And she can see there's a trickle of small trickle of blood down her face when she hit her head. She kind of looks around dazed, what's going on? What's happening? You put the mask on her. She's like, what's this? Are we in the lower depths?
Don't speak, Agatha. I don't know what's going on, but we gotta get out of here. And then I fling her over my shoulder. And
what? Okay.
Kay will be in the cockpit, and as the gas is pouring in, he puts on his mask and he screams for Lady Blackbird, and she says, "We could use some wind. Just get the gas out of the ship." And he'll run to the engine room and make sure that the gas there is sealed, so that we no longer lose fuel as well.
Okay. Then Lady Blackbird uses her dress as a mask. And wait, what did you want me to do, Kale? Blast the gas out of the ship?
Yes. And he points at the port.
Okay, I got this. And then Lady Blackbird blasts the gas.
Okay. Go ahead and make a check. What do you think you're using in this situation?
Master Sorcerer.
Okay.
Spellcaster.
Okay.
Channeling, Stormblood, Wind, Blast.
Okay.
6 + 1 for trying 7.
Okay. I would say that this is difficulty 3.
Okay.
Hey.
Just enough.
Just enough?
Nice.
Yeah, Lady Blackbird, you want to describe how you're keeping the noxious gases?
With one hand, keeping my dress over my nose and mouth.
Mhm.
The other hand, I'm sending a really strong blast throughout the ship, straight through the middle, and it's keeping everything out. And I guess I'll hold it so that it's always like this. But I guess because of the wind, it's very difficult for other people to move around. Right? Because
Cyrus and
the
Naomi
wind
are
is
like
going like
clinging-
this way.
Yeah,
I'm like holding on to
because of the whiplash of the invasive maneuvers, we were first like flung port side. Now because of the wind, we're dangling starboard side. And like,
And like as we're dangling, like I see Hedgie flying past, and I reach out and grab him.
Hedgie!
Nice.
Hedgie, put him in my pocket. Like, stuff him unceremoniously in my pocket.
Lady Blackbird says, "Good catch, Naomi," hoping that it would soften her feels, and then she directs Snargle to get back to the cockpit so that he can fly.
Oh yeah, because I was blowing all the way back.
Snargle, get your ass over here!
Agatha has one hand like hanging on to her hat as she makes her way through the wind and closes the porthole that Cyrus left open and tightens the airlock. So at least that's one down.
When I get stability and I realize that the smoke is flowing through the engine room where the puncture is still there,
Yeah.
I quickly slam the engine room's door and seal it tight.
Kale's
So
still in
that-
there.
He's in
Right?
there.
I thought Kale is.
I'm
Kale's
there.
still in there?
Yeah.
I scream.
There's like a gas billowing
I
in the
yell
room.
into the
and
intercom, for the love of God, we have a detector!
Oh wait, sorry. I thought he fell. He ran out already. So yeah, I
Tails in there.
I just remember just as I'm about to close the door. Oh right, Kale's in there. I open it back and
That's
I quickly
great.
in the darkness of smoke I can feel like the stinging slowly like approaching my skin, and I'm trying to reach out for Kale to drag him out. Yeah. So is Kale nearby or do I have to
Kale's-
go deep in?
Half Kale's upper torso is inside the engine, the hole that was made by the squid, and he's kind of patching the hole that is letting gas and also leaking fuel. As he's doing it, the water is helping with the burn, but his hands are getting like kind of corroded a bit.
Yep.
Okay.
So he grits through it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's too dangerous, so I quickly like try and feel my way to get him. And it's not worth it. We have to get out of here now.
Okay, just before that happens, Kale, I want you to do a check to see whether you managed to patch how much you are able to patch the hole in the engine room.
Right. I got mechanic, repair, engines, efficiency, spare part, and I just spent 5 of my XP to unlock enhancements. So
Okay.
6 total. And 1
6.
supply, so 7.
Okay, I think this is difficulty 3. The hole's not very big, but it is not like a walk in the park kind of thing. You're in a flailing airship with gas billowing everywhere, so I'd say it's difficulty 3.
2 successes.
Oh no!
Nice.
You want
Would
to
you-
describe what
Would you
happens?
say that this counts involving dexterity, grace, and quick reflexes as I'm holding on as the ship is kind of tumbling around and I'm trying to fix this?
Sure, but how would that help?
I'm going to use my secret of reflexes. So once per session, I can reroll a failure involving anything of that sort.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, no, that's great. Yeah.
So I will reroll that. So another 7. And this time I have 3 successes.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay,
Oof.
so
So-
you.
For an instant moment, the hole breaks open slightly, and Captain Cyrus sees Kale's lower half of his body also go into the hole, and he almost gets sucked out into the wild blue. But his feet catch the edge of the ship, and he yanks himself out just in time, and he gets like sort of the thing that was hanging outside the ship, and so he pads it up as well. And he pulls out, and he's just drenched entirely in the fuel. And he watches his elbows are like actually like bent over his head because he's a contortionist apparently. So it comes out and he looks monstrous.
Yeah. When I see this like like him like falling plop onto the floor with his limbs all over the place, I quickly because I can only see silhouettes of what's going on, I just grab whatever limb I can find. Apparently it's his leg, and I quickly drag him to the door as quickly as I can.
As soon as they come out of the door, Naomi quickly just like shuts it and like bolts the latch. Like, yeah.
Okay, great.
Alright, and then I look at the meters, I tap it, I go, alright, oxygen's back to normal. Everyone, you can take off your masks.
Altitude
Can
now.
you believe?
Can we?
I was gonna say, can you guys believe that some people think these masks don't work? That it's a hoax? Idiots!
Yes, they want to make the Imperium great again, don't they? Ugh. I throw my ass off and I shout through the pipe system. Can we get altitude now?
Yeah, Captain, but oh my gosh! And I look at the gauge. I'm like, we're redlining. We're absolutely out of fuel.
Is there any in the spa room? Like any reserves?
We, as in, because this is day 3 of our trip to Nightport, so we're almost
We're close.
Like we're like really cutting it thin. So I think we don't have enough water to like.
You
throw
spent too much time in the steam room.
Yeah, and like there was so much salad. We had to rinse all that salad just for
Oh, yeah.
consumption. Ah.
yeah.
I yelled at it. I'm like, Captain, we gotta do it. We gotta do a yellow boost. Because
A
our
yellow-
no!
A yellow
I
boost.
can't believe you just did
he's
that.
mostly water. You do it. We gotta do it. Everyone line up. Time to pee to the pool tank.
My head sulks and like down. But then I realize it is necessary. Like you heard the man.
Okay,
Everyone,
okay.
yellow boost. And I quickly point to the heads, basically the latrines, and like everyone, do it now.
Snuggle, you also notice on your little screen, like cathode ray tube screen, that there is a blip on your sonar, and it's coming closer.
Oh man.
Quick! Possible Mary coming in. I think the calamari's coming back.
You know what? I think
Lady
I want to use
Blackbird.
the Mary as a boost.
Lady Blackbird steps in and go like, okay, everyone, just hold on. Why can't I just create a storm in this shit? Huh? Make it really wet?
Can
For a
you
second,
generate
Better
water?
idea. It's like the captain has his fly open, ready to go.
Yeah, I'm like standing at the porthole and like
Lady
can
Blackbird looks
create
at
water.
Cyrus and goes like,
I stand full front at her and I maintain good care of my weapons, thank you.
Darkness
Please
everywhere.
keep your
Just
weapons.
darkness
please,
everywhere.
please
Just
put your
darkness.
weapons away.
Dispenser. We're safe.
As I zip up, I say, can you actually generate water?
Well, it's worth a try.
Go for it.
Instead of peeing everywhere. God.
Mary yelled to the improv. He's like, you guys better hurry. We're gonna be a paperweight in just 3 seconds.
Lady
Snuggle, you also
Blackbird.
notice that there's a kind of like an instrument panel on the front of your cockpit. It's the kind of like hull integrity. You can see that it's kind of like decreasing as the acid and the acidity, the corrosive nature of the clouds is burning away at the hull.
Pee or make it rain. Do what you gotta
Okay,
do. Closer,
first,
Captain.
everyone,
Do both.
take something and cover all the electronic stuff, okay? I'm gonna try. Do I need to make a check for this because it's my power?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I guess I will.
Nice.
I will use Master Sorcerer, so I'm casting a spell, so that's 2. Stormblood. Oh, I guess there's not much.
I
Do it. She's like thinking out loud, and I'm like, Snargle, just do it. We gotta do it anyway.
Okay! It's 3 who wants to help.
Do you have
Kale,
a
can
full
you do
dice?
something?
No, I'm
I
out
would-
of dice, but you have
I would
dice, right?
think,
You
like-
better-
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna use 4 of my pool dice. So
Oh,
that's
yes.
7.
okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll 7.
Okay, I'm gonna help.
Okay,
I'm gonna
yeah.
look. I look at the instrument panel, and I adjust the atmosphere to make it more, susceptible to raining. I guess
Humid.
Okay.
I adjust the humidity.
Okay, so that's 8, right? Anyone else? No? Okay.
Yeah, I think this will be a difficulty 3. It's not very difficult. You just need to make it rain, right?
Okay, yes. Okay, rains all up in the owl.
Okay. Success, yeah, success 3.
Okay, so we
Okay.
have water.
Okay,
Nice.
so it's like the scene in Jumanji, is like it's just raining inside.
Everyone's getting wet.
Oh man.
And while the water is like going through the drainage system in the owl, I quickly find like one of those control panels to like help divert the water towards the engine room somehow.
Okay.
With like some manipulation of the pipes. It took a bit of manipulation. I asked Kale to help out with like channeling everything into the engine room.
And then
Okay.
I go, oh my god, I'm getting her back. I feel it. I feel the joystick coming back to life. And then I see the blip is like right next to me, and I gotta do a crazy Ivan, or we're gonna get hit.
What? Yeah, you can hear like another loud kind of like screech, and the ship kind of like vibrates with the screech, and it's the same sound of the sky squid approaching you from the rear.
You guys not have a harpoon or something?
Ship
We have
weapon,
a-
ship weapon. And
We
he
have a
points
machine gun
at
at the top.
Yeah,
And-
there's a turret.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Na-
sorry.
Can I?
Oh, go for it.
She's like, Naomi's like pissed off and she's wet and she's like, I'm useless because she's already feeling very useless in general, right? So she gets there before you. She gets there to the machine gun. I'm guessing it's like at least the inside is covered, and like I'm gonna try shooting at the squid.
Okay, go ahead and make a check.
I'll make a check for my crazy Ivan first to see if we're not gonna get hit here. Is that right?
Okay.
Should I do that? Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
what's your crazy
Okay,
Ivan thing? What are you trying to do?
So a crazy Ivan is a maneuver where I really quickly rewire the thrusters to make them fire in opposite directions to do it. So basically spin like this way along the
Nice.
dead axis.
Okay.
Dead axis. All right, here we
uh,
go. I got 8 dice. I'm gonna have to.
So I think, sorry, for the crazy Ivan maneuver, I think that will be difficulty 3. So you go ahead and count. Anyway, do you mind if we see what happens with the crazy Ivan maneuver first before we? You go ahead and count, and but I want to see what the outcome is before I set the difficulty for it.
For the turret.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm
you go ahead
rolling
first, Nargo.
dice. Okay, here we go.
My life.
Yep. 5.
Success? Okay.
I take out my gum and I shove it under the wires, and I pull a yellow wire and I cut a blue wire and I pull back on the thing, and like the ship does like a ridiculous maneuver that shouldn't be possible. It just all of a sudden it like spins like a figure skater, and then the calamari just goes right past us. He goes like we're like this, and he goes. Ooh, and we're like,
You're drifting.
Okay. So now it's pointing like 180 degrees the opposite direction.
yeah,
So it's heading back from where you came.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Naomi, the squid is kind of like lined up right in front of your gun turret. I'd say this is difficulty 2 to hit it. It's right there. It's very big.
Okay. I have 6 dice. 6, I think, including the one trying. I will use one of mine.
Okay,
Yeah. So 7. Let me roll.
you just need 2.
Yeah, 3.
3?
3. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and describe what happens.
Okay, so like with all this so much rage, there's so much anger, like it's just so much I need to vent. I go there and and I pump it full of lead. Like, even after it's dead, I'm just like still pumping it full of lead. It's like
It's another kind of like screech that reverberates the entire hull of the owl as the squid kind of like spirals down deeper into the lower depths. You see it, and before it disappears to another thicker cloud below.
While you're in the turret, I'm helping to like make sure that the rounds are being fed into the machine, and so I
Okay.
make sure, because we're in the smoke, I fed tracer rounds. So as you're shooting all those shots, you see like this red lines like and just this glowing effect as it hits the squid. Like,
Sorry, is the storm still going on? I'm assuming the storm's still going on, right?
yeah.
Okay.
it's feeding the engine directly, yeah, basically.
Okay, the instrument panel, the hull integrity of the owl is dangerously towards, is down to the yellow, it's almost very close to the red. I guess y'all would know that if y'all don't hit back up into the wild blue soon, you're gonna have a hull breach.
Okay.
With an action voice, I shout through the intercom, do we have enough to trust our way back to the surface?
Oh, it's gonna be close, Captain. I know it's not gonna be close because we have so much from the storm. So yeah, we got it. Everyone hold tight. Good job, Naomi. That calamari's cooked. Who's got the lemon juice? And I pull up.
We could catch it, we could get sushi instead of salad.
Woo! Do I need to
Okay.
check this?
I don't think so. Let's
got
just
it.
describe what happens.
So I pull I pull up on the joystick and we ease out of the gas, and it's like Rocky. And then once we get back to the blue, it's like, and then you see a cloud of green come with us as we burst through into the distant blue star as we're vibrating as well. And we look awesome, and then it's in slow motion, and I go, whoo!
Yeah, as the owl bursts through the cloud layer, you can see like the green corrosive gases and like atmosphere kind of like which has condensed on the hull of the owl kind of like drip away, so it kind of like bursts out in this green splash as it hits out into the wild blue, back into the wild blue.
Kale takes out his notepad, which is basically disintegrated in the storm, and he just writes something in it. He just like
Journaling.
oh.
As we're out of the smoke and we're into the clean air, I start working towards like repiping everything back to normal, so that the drainage doesn't clog up. And I tell Lady Blackbird, "It's okay, you can stop now." Well, with my hair over my eyes, like coating everywhere. You can stop anytime.
Lady Blackbird's like, yeah, I'm stopping it right now, but then she can't really control her power, so it's like a drizzle.
Anytime now. Like Naomi
It's
also
like it
can't
softens
see.
into a drizzle, and it's just annoying water.
Yeah.
Hedgie pops out of my pocket.
Oh.
Oh, that's so cute.
And the rain stops.
Okay, nice.
I after repiping back the piping system, I open the engine room to see if the engine room is how its condition like, and apparently as the ship did the maneuver and like went past the squid, it scraped against one of the tentacles, and so there's a big chunk of calamari just along the edge of this.
Oh yeah.
Like, well, I guess we know what's for dinner tonight.
I help carry the large tentacle into the mess room.
Okay. Congratulations for evading the sky squid attack. There is a problem though. The corrosion of the lower depths has messed up your engine slightly. You're now traveling at about 70% of the speed that you usually were, and the owl has the slowed condition. Okay, so now you're a bit slower. You're gonna be have a bit more trouble maneuvering a bit. You're gonna have a bit more trouble getting to places quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we roughly know how long till Nightport?
At this speed, it'll take you maybe about an extra day to Nightport.
Well, all the calamari we can eat.
we have the food.
We have the food.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
What y'all plan to do now? The entire inside of the owl is dripping wet. Agatha has, her hair is like kind of like in long matted sheets in front of her face. She kind of like pulls it aside and goes, "Are we okay? You got the squid?" Oh, jeez.
While I'm carrying the tentacle into the kitchen, I'm like, "Yep, we got the squid."
And then I'm following right behind him, and I go, "No thanks to you."
Hey, I closed the window, alright?
Fair enough.
Naomi's like she walks past, she's sneezing, like her nose is really red.
Wow.
Blackbird takes out a handkerchief that's wet from her pocket and hands it to Naomi. Here you go.
Naomi gives her a very mean stare, just like, and then achoo! I reach in my pocket and bring out Hedgie and I wipe my nose.
Oh.
Oh no.
Wow.
And
He's just
finally
a bit
Kale.
disgruntled, but she can't really do anything. Just because he's soaking wet too.
And finally, Kale walks up behind Agatha and slaps a wrench into her hand. Because I think we're going to have to pull some overtime.
I'll give you a hand.
Yeah,
Um,
if you can handle it, yeah.
okay, cool. Does anyone want to do anything specific for the rest of the 3 to 4 day journey to Nightport, or
I think
Naomi
Kale
has a
and-
cold.
Oh,
Like she's a big warrior, but she has a cold, so she's stuck in her room for the next 2 days.
Okay.
After the repairs are done and like the calamari is like stored in the freezer or something, I take time to check on Kale and like make sure that his skin is not too eroded, and I pass him like lotions which help with recovering that.
Yes, thanks for reminding me. Kale, because of your adventure in the engine room and your exposure to the corrosive, like acidic vapors and gases from the lower depths, your hands are now a bit have a bit of a chemical burn. Your fingers are not as dexterous as they could be. They cause you pain every time you try and bend them. So you
Nice.
get the injured condition. Yeah. Okay.
Ouch.
Yeah.
All right.
Seeing that condition, I pass him the cream, and you will need this. It'll take some time to grow back, but it'll be fast. Trust me.
Okay. And then later that evening, Snargle goes to Kale's door and hey, Kale, can I come in?
Kale opens the door, and the room is even messier now.
Yeah.
It's not completely drained yet, so it's still absolute mess.
I go, hey, buddy. Well, between my evasive maneuvers and Lady Blackbird's crazy storm, I figured you could maybe use a hand to help clean up your mess. I mean, room.
Kale has not slept in probably 2 days because he has to fix the ship. He has had help from Agatha, but she's also injured, and now he's also injured. So it's not going swimmingly.
Swimmingly. Okay. Because of all the water. How do you feel, buddy? That was a heck of a fight against that calamari, huh?
Yeah, that was. Ooh. I think it's still fighting inside me. I don't feel great.
You mean after we ate it
Yeah,
for dinner last night?
yeah. It lives in the depths, man.
Yeah, I've been farting all day.
Yeah.
Noxious gas, even more than normal.
What's up?
Nothing. I just wanted to check up on you. Remember that day a couple days ago, like the morning of the calamari attack? You wanted to talk to me about something, but then we got pulled away because Lady Blackbird came in here and said how much she had a problem, and it was really not that much of a problem, but it seemed like you had more of a problem.
Right.
Talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. And he would just bring Snuggle in. He'll sit down by the bed, and even though everything is wrecked, the sheet is still there. And he'll make Snuggle sit, so they're both like sitting next to the sheet, like on either side.
Yeah, and I go, and I look in the ground. I go, holy crap! Another breadstick?
It's a bit soggy.
A little soggy, but makes the calamari go down.
Yeah. He takes off the sheet, and it's the broken musket. He shattered.
Hey, I remember this. That
Yeah.
was that one guy's musket that we broke that time in the canteen.
Yeah. Her name. You know
Her name?
I know her name.
I don't see gender.
Oh, yeah, but she's a she. Same accent as the captain. Seems like I'm drawn to that. Well, her name was Catalina
Mm-hmm.
Arkham.
Like, of the Arkhams? Like you.
There are no Arkhams. We made that name together so that
Who was she to you? Was she your sister? Your wife? Your
Okay.
daughter? Your auntie?
I
Your
don't-
niece?
I don't know. It was weird. She sort of raised me, and then she sent me to school. So I guess I was a son, brother, weapons dealer.
Oh, Kale. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Messed them up. We killed them so hard.
I mean,
This must have been so difficult for you.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I never thought I'd see her again. That was the first time in, I think, since I've been with the captain. She. Well, it was. I mean, I told you how I didn't graduate from school. That's the way I put it. But I was expelled, to be arrested, to be executed. Well, okay. So she sent me to school. Stuff's expensive. She took a lot of jobs, doing a lot of things I didn't ask her about, and I made her stuff. I made her this, and then here's the rifle. And then I also made her a bunch of bombs because she asked for them. And one night in Haven, there was an explosion that killed maybe 57 people and freed one of the most wanted dangerous criminals in the blue. And she was gone. And the cops came to my place, and then no one was there to take the blame but me. So they were taking me away, and they were gonna take my hands, and they said I would never use them for anything good. And then the captain showed up, and I guess that's been that.
Aw, Kale. And I come over and I hug his knees.
I pat Snuggles' head, and
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say about all that. How do you feel?
Well, I think I'd forgotten about it mostly. But then, guess what? The other day, we made another bomb, and I blew up another part of Haven. Isn't that great? Maybe.
But it's different, Kale. Last time, you made a bomb and a lot of innocent people were killed, but last time you saved us.
Yeah, but it was in a house in a residential area in the slums. The blast radius of that bomb was probably 25 meters at least.
Yeah, that's heavy, man.
I don't know. Don't know what I'm doing. Why are we doing this? Lady Blackbird doesn't even want to go anymore.
What?
She doesn't want to go, right? I thought I'd do anything for the mission or for the captain. Should have just had my hands taken. This would have never have happened.
Listen, Kale, taking another person's life is a terrible thing. I understand that. That's why when we fight, I punch people and I try to punch them in a way that knocks them out just perfectly and doesn't quite cause too much brain trauma.
Yeah, I don't know if I've never tried to do that.
Tell you what, buddy. How about for the rest of this little mission of ours, you don't have to kill anybody or make explosives that will kill anybody.
Can I do that?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. We're supposed to be the good guys, right? Maybe we should use non-lethal stuff.
Think so?
Maybe when Captain, remember all the way back in the Hand of Sorrow, when Captain shot that thing and he was shooting like the vapor thing and I threw gunpowder and then their whole heads blew off. I was like, man, that was unnecessary. You should just let him.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy. I've just been rolling with it, I've just been rolling with it, and I do it for the captain, but I think it's right. But that's what happened before. I did it for her, and then.
Yeah, man, and I bet you that calamari had like a daughter, man. Like,
yeah, they give birth to like hundreds of children, It's like a huge stack. Like, who's gonna raise those twins?
Oh man.
Yeah, and can I don't want to hurt people anymore, and I don't want to hurt them. And that means stealing, that means killing. I don't want to do it anymore. And I was just scared that the captain wouldn't need me if I stopped or.
No, come on, Kale. You are the most important member of this crew. You fixed the whole thing. You took acid to the hands, man. You're important.
I think so, yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to say that you are the conscience of this crew. When we do missions and we go on adventures, I'm going to check with you to make sure if it's morally right. And I'm going to
don't
try
know-
not to use excessive violence.
I don't know if that's right. I mean, I blew up a guy the other day too. After
Yeah.
the start. Oh god. Oh,
And not stealing?
yeah, I'm
How
not
about
gonna.
we only steal from people who deserve it?
Does that count as stealing? Is that still? Yeah, that'd be great, Snargle.
Okay.
And then Kale collapses into his bed. That's still covered spare parts, and then he cradles the broken musket, and he's asleep.
I was going to offer you some of my breadstick. Heavy. Seems like no matter who, when you go to war, everyone's a casualty. And I walk out of his room.
Sorry, before that happens, Agatha speaks up from the doorway. He says, Snuggles right.
What the hell?
I'm asleep. I don't hear this.
I'm sorry.
Were you saying this the whole time, Agatha?
I caught a lot of it. I'm sorry. I came to look for Kale.
Man.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Her hair is tied back in a ponytail. She's got like these goggles pulled up on her forehead. She's wearing like these like dark overalls that like mechanics wear. She's got like oil and stuff like kind of like smeared all over like her face, and like her got like handprints on the overalls and stuff. She's leaning against the door frame with like a spanner in one hand, just like quietly listening before all of this happened. Yeah.
Now's not the time. Kale's finally sleeping. He hasn't slept for 2 days. So, I don't know, Agatha, can I help you? I'm a goblin. I don't really sleep. I just eat. You want some breadstick? It's like I don't have a bread knob now.
Well, I was looking for Kale. Something wrong with the flux capacitor. Some irregular torque on the flanges. I need him to take a look at them. You've souped up the engine or something. I've never seen modifications like this before.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it. Ever since we attacked that calamari, I've just thought about things and I've gained some experience, and now I can repair the ship. So let me have a look at the flux capacitor. All right, no worry. The flanges, I've always been kind of testy, but don't worry. You just got to give it a knock and a little bit of a spit and some elbow grease, and it'll knock it right back up, okay?
Okay.
Agatha, I feel like there's something else you want here. You seem a little suspicious. I'm very in tune with these things. How else can I help you?
Well, I wanted to speak to Kale before.
I heard you. He's sleeping. No means no. Tell you what, I feel like a brotherly bond with that guy. We had a D&M right now. We had a deep and meaningful.
Agatha.
Nargle!
Donkey.
Donkey.
Agatha says, well, Snuggle, you're right. But if Kale weren't sleeping, and at this point she kind of like raises her voice a bit. If Kale weren't sleeping, I'd say he's one of the best damn tinkers and mechanics I've ever seen this side of Haven.
He's asleep. He's not here.
Oh, damn.
Like, whether he's awake or asleep doesn't change the fact that he's really good at his job. It's very nice of you to say. I'll make sure he
just
hears that.
thought, you might want to hear it from someone who knows the trade.
I know my trade. I'm telling him it'll mean something from me too. You think a lot of yourself, don't you, Agatha?
Okay. And she holds out the spanner, the wrench to you, and then prove it. Help me out with those flanges.
And I take the spanner, and I spin it around, and I kind of do like baton, like like in cheerleading. And I catch it behind my back, and spin it around again. I'm like, let's go. And then we cut.
Very
someone
fancy,
else.
Snargle, but
Lady Blackbird, because the intercoms were kind of like
No. Let's go back. Because the intercourse.
They were intercom.
Oh, no.
Were damaged from the shifting. She's like hearing it. She just heard all of it, and she's like feeling kind of emo because everyone's like getting in their feels, and she's getting in her feels. And then she's like, oh, I should go apologize for real. So she goes up to Naomi's room, knocks the door.
Again, like Naomi's one, she has a cold, so it's not as fast as before. But like her fist sticks out of the crack in the door again. Who is it? Who is it?
Naomi, open up.
Oh, the fist goes in, the door shuts. It's still shut.
Naomi, I brought your favorite chicken soup with the macaroni shaped in the ribbon, the ones that you like.
I yelled through the intercom, Fusilli! That's Fusilli!
My
I got
intercom's
the
broken,
feeling.
remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's pulled apart.
I just yelled down the corridor, Fusilli!
I got the fusilli.
The door
Naomi.
opens, and Naomi is, like, comes into view, takes the bowl from her, and, like, go inside and sit on my bed. Naomi's room is very plain. She does not really know what to do with things if she has it. So like until like very recently, she used to sleep on the floor, and sometimes she still sleeps on the floor when she's very anxious. So today she's anxious, so she's like, her blanket is on the floor, and she gestures to the bed. You can sit on the bed. There's one table, one chair, and over her bed is the photograph taped to the wall. So it's in a position where like she would see it the first thing when she wakes up.
Wow.
Okay. So Lady Blackbird goes over, takes the photo from the wall, and then chooses to sit beside Naomi on the floor. And then she goes, Naomi, I just wanted to apologize first because I said some very awful things. And I pretended that I could empathize with you guys when really I was a privileged princess living in a palace with a tiger named Jafar. And I thought I had it bad. But having a tiger, that's a status of wealth, especially if you're from a state in America where all they do is just trade tigers.
Carol Baskin.
My aunt, Carol Baskin.
Wow.
No.
But enough about me because I know
Connection.
I tend to talk about me. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for not listening to you, and I really appreciate you trying to protect me all the time. It's just
You know,
that
your aunt
Yeah.
aunt used to supply the tigers that we had to fight for sport.
really well. You know what? I think when all is said and done, and we're in the remnants, I think I want to give everyone a fresh start. You know, like maybe Kale should be a kindergarten teacher. I could set him up. There's no stealing, no killing.
You were apologizing, Lady Blackbird.
Yes. Anyway, I really appreciate all that you do for me. It's just, I also want to be my own person, and I think we could compromise on that. You know? And I think this photograph is kind of something you need to look at and fix. Not with tape, but with a proper conversation.
I
So I'll
finished
just-
the soup. I finished the soup. Put it down. I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have yelled at you.
Well, that's all in the past now. But this is the present.
Okay, Lady Blackbird.
Take the photo, Naomi.
Wow.
She basically pushed me out of the door. Like,
Well, let me know how it goes.
are you in my room now? You just
Yeah,
said you're in
I'll
my
stay
room.
here. I'll wait. No, actually, I'm gonna go to Snargle's room. There's an intercom there. She goes over to Snargle's room. Hey, Snargle. Turn up the speakers.
Hey, Lady Blackbird.
Naomi looks at the photo. She's very confused now. She's just like, was that an apology?
And then as she says that, it smash cuts to Snarl going, I have to apologize. Fusilli is the spiral pasta. I could have sworn it was the red.
Hey, Snargle, now's not the time for like fusilli, macaroni. Doesn't matter. It goes in your mouth. Chew it. Kind of the same, but not really.
Girl in high school had that as her yearbook quote.
What as her yearbook quote?
It goes in your mouth, chew it. He wasn't very
So I
wise.
cut back to Naomi.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah, we're forcing the camera to like
Cut
pan back to Naomi's room.
Beat up the cameraman. Naomi looks at the photo. Oh, fuck. She does a very, what's his name? Geralt of Rivia, like, fuck. And then she walks over to Agatha's room. She knocks on the door.
No response.
She was about to smash the door down, but she remembers that, okay, she feels bad for Kale, like he's been really busy. She turns over the photo.
Mm-hmm.
She finds a pen on the thing. She writes, "I'm really sorry" on the back of it.
Okay.
She slides under the door, and
Okay.
she walks back to her room.
No, so just before, as you slide the photo under the door, you hear a voice from behind you, and it's Agatha. She has like a oily rag across her shoulder and says, "Hey, looking for me?" She just come out from the engine room. She's covered in oil stains again. She puts her goggles up on her forehead and she looks at you. It's like, "What's up, Naomi?"
Naomi's tongue-tied because like Agatha in this form is basically what she finds the most hot. So she's just like, can we talk?
Sure. If you want to sit down in the mess, I'm not the cleanest right now.
Okay, yeah. So you sit down, mess.
Okay.
I'm sorry for what happened last time in Nightport. The last time we were at Nightport, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done. It's like she gets up to go.
Whoa, hang on. What do you mean? Why are you sorry?
Remember those men?
Yeah?
I call them their they there was a very large bounty on your head, and I thought I could buy my way out. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Agatha's smile slowly turns, vanishes from her face. She says, "That was you? You called those bounty hunters on me?"
I wanted to be free, okay? I thought the money would buy me my freedom. I regret it every single day.
Naomi,
Even now I'm free, but I'm not free.
we wanted to be free together.
I know.
We fought side by side in those tiger pits.
Damn Carol Baskin.
And after all this time, I found out it was you.
I
You
couldn't
were the
live
one
with
who called the
myself.
bounty hunters on my position. When I had escaped, when I was free for the first time in my life.
If it makes you feel better, it didn't buy me my freedom. They captured me and sent me right back. It was Lady Blackbird who finally did.
I trusted you, Naomi. I trusted you. We broke out together.
Agatha, I'm sorry. I thought you knew.
Agatha doesn't say another word. She pushes her chair back on the table and not angrily but quietly walks out of the nest.
Farfalle! That's what it's called. And Snargle's walking down the hallway.
You hear that from like from his room. The camera pans quickly to the door and like Rafale!
So behind the closed door.
Farfalle!
I think that is the perfect point to end today's session. Whoa, that was really, really good. Unless anyone has anything else specific they might want to do, or
Can I just do
Direction.
one very quick scene?
sure.
So could I rewind back to the point where Kale and Snargle were like having a HTHT?
Okay.
Before
Which one? The second one or the first one?
The second one, the
one
latest one.
that Agatha interrupted.
Basically, the one which
After
Agatha,
this-
Agatha interrupted, and then he spin the wrench and
Yep.
then walked out, right?
Okay.
And as he walks out and closes the door, the camera pans out and pans over to the captain's room, the cut section of the ship, and he sees the captain like without his coat, like trying to rest from all the work happening, and he is listening to everything from the broken intercoms, and he is.
Oh. Sorry,
Uh,
maybe it's not the appropriate music. I thought you were doing something.
Oh
okay,
no,
sorry,
no,
sorry.
no, 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 but yeah,
Back
and then
to, switch it back to emotional music.
yeah, since we're all being emotional today, I'm like drinking vodka while all this thoughts about like not wanting to do this, doing it all because the captain now asked them to do it, and they're uncomfortable with everything. And yeah, while I'm like reflecting and being sober, I look over to a photograph on my desk, and it's a black and white photograph of me when I was 7. Cyrus is 7,
Uh-huh.
and a boy who's 5 on the other side, who is not, but does look very much like Kale.
Oh. Oh.
It is not Kale, but it looks a lot like Kale. And I'm just looking at the photograph, and I put it down, and I turn the lantern off to go to sleep, and then credits are black.
Oh wow! Nice.
Woo!
Wow! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Wow! What a day! What a session! That was
Wow.
amazing. That was really, really
So
cool.
much character development in the past 2 hours.
Oh, Christ, yes.
Yeah, that was really, really interesting. Yeah, sorry.
You
I
must
mean,
have had like 300 refreshments.
Like, I'm sure our dice power would be.
I had to make sure Zavier got his refresh because I felt bad.
Oh yeah, good
But
call.
that was great. Wow, we got
Yeah.
like philosophical and on like,
Mm.
that was awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. So I think that's the end of today's session of Lady Blackbird. Thank you everyone for participating. Thank you everyone who's on Twitch, who's watching us, especially if you've watched from all the way from the first episode. I think this is one of the most exciting episodes, most enjoyable episodes I've had so far. I just love seeing like characters like unfold and develop, and that's just great. I really love it. Yeah, so I think we'll catch you again in 2 weeks' time for the next and maybe last or second to last episode, because I think we're nearing our conclusion. So we'll see how that goes. Miguel, do you need to say anything?
Oh
the
yes,
viewers?
the Improv Company is resuming activities at their studio at 62B
We're back,
South
baby!
Beach Road. So if you're interested, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, they're improvising, but I think I can do a better job than them, by all means, please go ahead, because we have our taster sessions that happen every first and third Saturday of the month at our studio. If you're uncomfortable with leaving your house, we also have digital taster sessions happening every second Saturday on Zoom. More details can be found at improv.sg. Shows may be coming up. We'll get to that soon, but clearly this show is still running. And yes, for any other information, follow us on our website, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever the digiwebs works. Yeah, we're there.
All right. So I think that's the end for today. Thank you, everyone. Again, thank you, performers. Thank you, people watching on Twitch. Thank you, people watching this at some point in the future. We will see you again in 2 weeks.
Rafale!
Yay!
Yay!
Brits